In order to set up the game board for Friend or Foe, take the 5 game mats, which you're going to piece together almost like a puzzle. Start with the middle mat, which has the summit in the middle, because it also has, along its edges, the different colors that correspond to the player mats. Now each player mat has a base, which should face the player. And I'm going to line this up using the art to kind of guide me and connect that to the middle site. And then I'm going to connect the blue mat. And these mats all align vertically. It's the side mats that don't. The red mat and the yellow mat. And now I can see that all the lines between the locations line up just as they should. And then you've set it up. Once you've found your place to set, it's time to start setting up your side of the table. So the next step, step 2, is to choose your deck color and set up your token supply. Now I've decided to choose the yellow deck. I don't have to choose the yellow deck just because I'm at the yellow side. I could have chosen to play the green deck. It doesn't matter which side you play a deck from. The color of each side is for thematic purposes only. But I have chosen the yellow deck, and I need to also get my token supply. Well, there are 12 tokens that accompany each deck. So I need the corresponding color of tokens. I have my 12 tokens in a container just for convenience, and I'm ready to go to the next step. Step 3. Place your 4 starting cards. Each deck, when turned around, will have 4 cards that stick out because of their colored rim. Take those 4 cards out. These are your 4 starting cards. Your game mat will help you see where to put these. For example, you have 2 card spots on the left side, and this one says helper card, this one says focus card. So here is my helper card, and place that face up on your helper card spot. Place your focus card face up on your focus card spot. Your starting cards that remain are your starting character and your captive. You'll notice that at your base there is a character symbol and a captive symbol. This is because you start the game with your starting character at your base, but not with your captive. No, your enemy captive. You start the game having captured a member of the opponent's clan. This captive unit will be given to you by your opponent at the beginning of the game. So place your starting character over top because your character is guarding it. So it is with your captive. This member of your clan has been captured by your opponent. So, at the beginning of the game, place your captive unit at your opponent's base clockwise from you. The goal of the game is for you to rescue this lost member of your clan. Rescue the captive. Step 4. Set up your draw pile. In this step, shuffle your deck's remaining cards, then put them face down as your draw pile. You'll notice that you have a spot for your draw pile, so place them there. Step 5. Draw your starting hand of 5 cards. Draw the top 5 cards of your draw pile and look at them. These become your starting hand. After you do this, you can just go to the next step. But in truth, you do have an option. Once you get used to Friend or Foe, you might find that you don't like your starting hand, and you have the option to take one mulligan. A mulligan means to take your starting hand and place it into your discard pile. Then draw 5 new cards, and these cards become your true starting hand. You are only ever allowed to take one mulligan, so you have to keep your second hand if you do it. In Friend or Foe, cards that are discarded are never fully gone from the game, because once you run out of your draw pile, you merely shuffle your discard pile back, and it becomes your draw pile. So, if you really needed one of those cards, you'll get a chance to get it back. Step 6. Bank 7 tokens. Whenever you bank tokens in Friend or Foe, it means taking them from your token supply and putting them in a designated area, which is called your token bank area. Now I'm going to make my token bank area on this side of my mat. And every player at the beginning of the game gets 7 tokens in their bank. So place your 7 bank tokens in your token bank area, and you can go to the next step. This is the last step, number 7. Determine a starting player and begin the game. Determine a starting player based on majority group decision or random selection. Then, once decided, the starting player begins his or her turn and the game begins. Enjoy. So with that, you are done setting up your side of the table. You have your starting hand, your token bank area, your helper card, your focus card, your starting character guarding the enemy captive, your draw pile, your discard pile, and your token supply area. One more area that you'll want to designate is your spent tokens area. So a good place might be underneath your game mat. This just allows you to keep track of the tokens that you spend during a turn.